Alright guys, so for this trick I'm going to use my red deck, and this will be the review tutorial and review video for the Lie Speller card trick. And first I'm going to perform the trick for you guys, and then I'm going to show you how it's done, alright? So, this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Just pick any card you'd like. It's free choice. Let's say you choose that card right there. Okay, so this will be your card. Get a good look at it, make sure you have it memorized. We'll keep it face down there, and I'll place your card on the top of the deck, right here. And now we'll cut the cards, just like that. And I'm going to go underneath the table, and I'm going to flip over one card in the middle of the deck. If it's a red card, you can only tell the truth. If it's a black card, then you can lie or tell the truth, alright? So maybe you're probably hoping it's a black card. Alright, so I'm just going to go under the table, flip over one card, and let's see if it was red or black. Oh, right over here, it's a black card. So you get to lie, or you can tell the truth, but I think that people like lying. Alright, so there's your card. Well, this is the card. It's a black card. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about what your card was. Was it a red or a black card? It was a red card? Alright, R-E-D. Was it above or below 7? Or was it a 7? It was above 7? Okay, we'll just spell it out. A-B-O-V-E. Alright, so since you answered it was a red card, was it a diamond or was it a heart? It was hearts? Alright, so since the suit of your card was hearts, we'll just spell that out. H-E-A-R-T-S. And there's your card. Even after having lied and told the truth, there's your card, the Queen of Spades. Alright. So, this is how you do the trick. You need to count off from the bottom of the deck, these face-up cards. From the bottom of the deck, you need to count off 13 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards, just like that, okay? So there's 13 cards. And then the next card from right there needs to be a black card. So I'll use the 10 of spades in this case. If your card next to it isn't a black card, then you can just go deeper and just find a black card. Then you're going to want to put that black card on top of it face down. So in the opposite direction like this. So you got that black card there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to set these on top of the deck, or on the bottom. Not like this, but you're going to flip them over and then put them on top like that. Okay, excuse me, sorry, that's my bad. Actually, what you're going to do is you're going to take these cards, take the 10 of spades, put it on top right here of these 14 cards. So the two backs are touching on these cards, right? So you got your 10 of spades, and it should look like something like this. Alright. Alright, next what you're going to do is you're going to take that and then set that on top of the deck like that. So your deck should look something like this with a black card in the middle with 13 cards below it. Then the next thing that you do is you let them pick any card they'd like, but make sure that when you spread out the cards like this, and you say pick any card, you don't go too far down, or else they're going to see that face-up card. So you just say pick any card, don't spread too far down so they see that card that's face-up. So just say pick any card. In this case, they picked the 9 of hearts. So there you can see it's the 9 of hearts. Alright, so we'll keep that face down on the table for now. And then you tell them to put their card on top of the deck. And then you just cut the cards. You can ask them to cut the cards. You can cut the cards yourself. But if you ask them to cut the cards, make sure that you say cut the cards in half. Otherwise, they could cut too far, and then they like let's say they like accidentally cut to the face-up card. Then they'll be like, hey, wait, you have a face-up card, and they'll be really suspicious, and that'll ruin the trick. So make sure you say cut the cards in half so they don't go too deep. And they just cut the cards like that, and then they put them on top, and then here's your card, the 9 of hearts. You put the other half on top, so their card's buried in the middle. And then what you do is you say, okay, I'm going to go under the table or behind my back. Any way works fine, and say I'm going to flip over one card. And you're actually really not flipping over any card at all, but you are actually just pretending to flip one card over. And you say if it's red, you have to tell the truth. If it's black, you can tell the truth or you can lie. Either one. So, and most people would hope for black, but I don't know what you would think. But then you pretend you flip it over. You just kind of go like this with one card. Or you could go in the middle and just be like, and make a noise that sounds like it. And then you just pretend to do that. So go under the table, pretend to flip it over. And then you say, oh, it was black, so you gotta lie. And then you cut. So then what you do is you have that black card right here. And then what you do is you move the cards above it to the bottom and basically cut the cards again. So that black card's on top. And you flip over the black card and you say, alright, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about your card. And since the card was black, you get to lie. And every single time you do this, it'll be black. So you don't want to perform this trick for too many times to one person. So the first question you ask them, is it red or black? Let's say they say red. And I'm going to run this through a couple of times because it's a little bit tricky, the spelling part. So let's say they say red, and then you go R-E-D, just like that. And then you ask them, was it above 7, below 7, or was it a 7? And then let's say they say above or below or 7. It doesn't matter what they say. Let's just say they say above in this case. So A, B, O, V, E. And our card was the 9 of hearts, just so you remember. All right? And then the next thing you ask them is, depending on what they said before, if they said their card was a red card, then you ask them, was it a diamond or was it a heart? But if they answered black before, then you say, was it a club or was it a spade? But in this case, we said it was red. So let's say they say heart. It was a heart. But this part's tricky. If they say it was a heart, then you need to spell it hearts with an S and then flip over their card. So you'd go H-E-A-R-T-S, and then the next card will be their card. See, there's the 9 of hearts. But let's do this again. Let's say they said it was red, so R-E-D, above 7, A-B-O-V-E, and then they said it was a diamond this time. Then what you would do is say, then you would spell out diamond, but you wouldn't spell out diamonds like you did for hearts. You just spell out diamond. So you'd go D-I-A-M-O-N, and then you'd flip it over on the D, not afterwards. And then there's their card, the 9 of hearts. So, let's say they said their card was black. Let's just run through it again. And make sure, while you're watching these videos, guys, you can just pause the video because I know that it might be difficult to get it on your first time. So just pause the video and rewatch certain parts, and that will help out a lot. So, let's say they said black, then you just go B-L-A-C-K and just spell it black. And then let's say they said above, below, or 7. Was it above 7, below 7, or 7? This question doesn't matter at all because every single above, below, and 7 all have 5 letters. So that doesn't matter. And then, so let's say they said it was below. B-E-L-O-W.
No, it's not.
And then if it was clubs or spades, then if they said it was a club, then you would spell out clubs and flip over on the S. So you'd go C-L-U-B and then flip over on the S, and there's the card.
45 minutes.
Alright? So let's just pick up those cards. So C-L-U-B. Alright? And if it was a spade, though, you would say S-P-A-D and then go on the E, like that. So that's how you do the trick. the spelling part is a little bit more difficult than the other parts of the trick. So I will probably print out a piece of paper that has all the spelling part of it down, so you guys can just look at it whenever you need help with it. So that should help out a bit. So that's how you do the Lie Speller card trick. Hope you liked it. Be sure to go back and watch this video as much as you need to, and remember to practice for the magic show, because you're going to probably want to perform up there, and then all those who perform will be given prizes. So alright guys, see you next time.